sloppy Joe. Look into the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo. I got tattoos on my face, I use that as motivation. I can never get a job, so for my dream I'm dedicated. For a second, lost myself, I was too busy getting busy. Now they see me out in public and be knowing what my name is. All these rappers want the club.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium. Inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Cousins now on second down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down. Now a second down throw for Cousins. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Cousins now. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. D. Ford with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
First. Go ahead.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He's got his man on the crossing route. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Go ahead.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll toss it to Coleman. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's caught. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. To see what the Falcons do this year, but we do know that the Vikings will not be the first team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium, because they had that shot last year, Charles. Came up short in the NFC title game, but this is a club that has retooled to make another run.
Still built defense first, the image of their head coach Mike Zimmer, and they have all-stars at every level. Start with Linval Joseph at defensive tackle. Move back to Anthony Barr at linebacker. Xavier Rhodes at cornerback. Harrison Smith at safety. They can do it all on defense. But the signing of Kirk Cousins on offense at quarterback signals that this is a Vikings team that wants to open things up a little bit, get a little bit more explosive, and not have to play quite as many grinded-out games as they did in 2017.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Hey, you got 3. Move. Go ahead.
Yellow, yellow. Reese in there. Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Throwing, Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jimmy Garoppolo remembers 7-0 lifetime as an NFL starter. He's got the lead here in the opener with a Niner first down. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Coleman now. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
11.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be out right at the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed...
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Everson Griffin able to drop him for a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Coleman. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Go ahead.
Right back to him on first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Jordan Matthews, 28 yards. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you kind of circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say? The guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'll be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Throwing is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs, 53 yards. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. And they got the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The 49ers heading out, and if you listen real closely, you can hear it. The buzz right now that is around this 49er team. And look, they finished last year strong. Big reason why, Jimmy Garoppolo. So a lot of hope coming into 2018.
And I think you nailed everything that you're really talking about with this team, starting with Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think underneath it, I go back to the start of last season. Brand new head coach in Kyle Shanahan, brand new general manager, and a brand new direction. And they stayed the course despite starting the season with a long losing streak. Many people wondered if they would win a game, but they didn't panic, didn't rush out and get a lot of veterans for short-term help. Just said, this is our team. This is our structure. Let's go for it. And they kept doing that and finished the season with a 5-game winning streak led by, as you mentioned, Jimmy Garoppolo, and a lot of hope and optimism for the future.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
12, fellas, here we go.
Here's Coleman on the toss. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Go ahead. 6. 21. Here we go.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Xavier Rhodes makes the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
13.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Now he's flushed out left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Linval Joseph coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
13.
They'll try and throw for it here. Now he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And from down in Miami, an update. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. To throw is Cousins. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. DeForest Buckner able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14.
Go ahead.
Second down, Cousins. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 34. The ball still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on fourth down. Now, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on fourth down. Cousins on the keeper. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side, able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. First down. Here's Cousins. He's got his man in the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And give him 17 yards that time, as that'll move the chains. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Final play of the half. Cousins flush to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's Xavier Rhodes there in on the stop.
Nice job there defensively on third down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
The Niners on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Coleman. And out across midfield down to the 45. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go ahead.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Leroy Reynolds in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. 3rd and long for Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. First down, Garoppolo steps away to his left, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Everson Griffin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. He's going to fire one deep, and this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A gain of 39 that time. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Tevin Coleman taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's into the clear. 30, 10, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Corey Grant with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
A good pickup there, a 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And the Niners get there and bring him down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So with a yardage on that completion, he's now right at exactly 300 yards on the game. And
isn't that the magic number you get, all right, 300? That means it's going to go on a commemorative football to put on your mantle when they give you the game ball if your team wins. So much confidence flowing through him right now, throwing the football. I think it's permeated itself throughout the entire team. They feel good about what they're doing.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. It's Cousins on the sneak, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10. Cousins to throw it this time. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Leroy Reynolds in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Now the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Cousins on the keeper. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only a yard there on the keeper, but that's all he needed. First down.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Black. 4 down, 4 down. Hey, Steamer.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Going up top. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On 2nd down, Cook. And an alley to run. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the 1st round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll at least get him inside the red zone here, down to about the 19. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Yellow.
4 down. Check.
2. We're going. Let's go.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Forced out to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 7.
4 down. Alert.
Black. Wide.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Thielen from 19 yards away. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
21.
Garoppolo on first down. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. 42 yards. Garoppolo looking very comfortable running this Niners offense. He's got a 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this.
I got you. 12, fellas, here we go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It's Coleman here. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Cook. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A first down throw for Cousins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up again. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 35. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
11.
Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. He sets to fire deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Garoppolo able to find Goodwin for a big one. And even 40 yards.
6.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
21. 11.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
21, 21. 11, 11.
Garoppolo again. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
I got you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Tevin Coleman with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Vikings. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Rose. Hey, steamer. Move.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down on the 37.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
12.
Garoppolo looking to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
21. 6.
Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. The Niners on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. This is caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though. But oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings now heading onto the field. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up.
That's caught inside the 20. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like